Well, hello everyone. See some folks waving back there. Good. Because I thought, is this just a mural of really beautiful people, or are they real humans? And you're human. And I'm so glad you're here for another stellar episode of 19 Miles from Music Row. Anybody here for the first time? Can you guess why we call it 19 Miles to Music Row? Guess what? Right here, from here to Music Row is 19 miles. So there you go. Hey, we're glad you're here. For those of you that are new, our format is a little different from a lot of writers' nights you may attend. In this one, we start with 3 up-and-coming writers. And then we take a little break, and then we have an Inside the Hits songwriter. Rachel Thibodeau is with us tonight, who's going to come on and play some of her hits, familiar songs that you know. And it's all for free for you. So you're getting to see these cats and Rachel for free. And, you know, a couple of years from now, it'll cost you $100, and you have to hide from the rain down at Nissan Stadium or something to see them. So this is a pretty good deal. Plus, the writers have all pledged, as always, and those of you that are regulars know this, they have pledged, since it was free, to give you at least a $1 show. So you're already ahead on this thing, right? Couple of things to bring to your attention, and that would be that there's a flyer. Every other seat, there was a flyer with some good information on it. 19 Miles is presenting a bluegrass mass. Really interesting fun ceremony on, I didn't write down the date. It's on the flyer. Sorry. It's a couple weeks. And down at the historic church down near 5 Points here, where we started out. Really neat old place, especially for Americana and rootsy music. It just feels right down there. So the flyer has all the information down there. You'll need to get your tickets ahead of time, and because it is limited, it's not as nice and spacious as this, so you need to do that. Also, there's information there about encouraging you to sign up for our 19 Miles to Music Row Insiders. It's an email sign up, and we have a database so we can let you know cool stuff that's happening with 19 Miles and with some of our performers and things like that. Okay? All right. Well, how'd you like to meet our writers for this evening? That sound good? Yeah, let's do that. See, they like you guys already. Isn't that cool? It's a good people, good people. On your left is Tammy Sue Taylor. Tammy Sue comes to us from Arkansas. Hey, Tammy Sue. Hi. If I may ask you, and I hate to do it while you're primping, sorry, but I want to know how music came into your life, man. Is it a family thing or what? Was it from a beautician, perhaps, and that's why this is your pre-show routine?
This is just my hair being a mess. I went through a lot of abuse and poverty, and I think I just always, from a young age, wanted to be a musician. I didn't get to do it till I was an adult. And songwriting was a means for me of coping with the things that I've been through. Before I learned how to manufacture songs, it was a very honest experience for me.
Well, good. Thank you for being here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Tammy Sue Taylor. It sounds like you've got a rich history to mine for your songs. Tom Glenn, you may recognize Tom Glenn from Boston, Massachusetts. Hello. Tom has been here before, and I don't think either of us has changed a whole lot.
No. Now from Franklin, Tennessee.
How about that? Yeah. See, we got another one.
1 mile to our house.
Yeah, good. Well, good. Yeah. We're glad you're here.
Thank
if you will remind us how music came into your life, Tom.
I started really young. Like a lot of people, it was just that magical experience where you just weren't on this planet anymore when you heard it, and I wanted to be part of that. And started piano lessons about 10 years old, and just became obsessed with it my whole life, and here we are.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, who bought you the piano lessons? Your mom, your grandma, the paper route? What'd you do?
I know, Mom insisted. There was.
That's cool.
Yeah, she forced me into it, and then eventually I thanked her.
Yeah, eventually. That's hard. So especially when you're, I don't know if this is sexist to say this, but when you're a guy and my mom, same thing, bought me piano lessons, and you're having to sit there on a spring and summer day, practice, and all your buddies, you can see them outside playing ball and doing this to you. And, it's hard.
Yeah, a lot of that second one, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad you stuck it out, bro. It was worth it.
Thank you.
Because what are your buddies doing? Nothing. And here you are.
Still doing this.
Yeah. And another familiar face, Adrienne Acosta, comes to us. She came to us last time from Arizona, tonight from Georgia. Adrienne. So, my dear, tell us about the beginnings of your musical journey, please.
Yeah, just like Tom over here, I started when I was super young. I wasn't forced into it. It was a common thing at our house to have musical instruments around our home, so you could pick up and play and learn just kind of as you grew from one instrument to the next. And I did piano and then violin, flute when I had braces, probably the worst experience of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then my dad's just he's a worship leader, and that's just kind of where we grew up, is in the church. So.
Wonderful. Thank you. God bless all three of you. I'm anxious to hear the music that comes out of these stories tonight. So, without further ado, Tammy Sue, why don't you kick us off? Welcome.
All right. Let's see. Can I get a little more on the vocal? I'm Tammy Sue Taylor. It's nice to meet y'all. I'm gonna play this song first. It's a little country music song I wrote in 3/4 time accidentally, and now I just kind of want to write everything in 3/4 time. But it's called "I Can Make You Smile." So you'd have me on your mind. I know you get lonely from time to time when them girls on the road don't keep you satisfied. I heard you be coming home tomorrow night. I'll wear my red dress, the one that you like, and I'll let you take it off me when you get off your flight. I like a bad decision every once in a while, baby. I bet I can make you smile. So call it what it is and call it what it ain't, but you know I want it the same. Baby, why don't you stay for a while? 'Cause I'd like to make you smile. And baby, I hope you didn't make too many plans. I didn't bring my car 'cause you're driving home again. I like a bad decision every once in a while, baby. I bet I can make you smile. So call it what it is and call it what it ain't, but you know I want it the same. Baby, why don't you stay for a while? 'Cause I'd like to make you smile. When tomorrow comes, you'll be on your way. That don't mean tonight you can't stay. So call it what it is and call it what it ain't, but you know I want baby, I bet I can make you smile. I wanted to get the sinner song out of it. Don't tell my pastor I wrote that. He nodded it no.
Well, inspiration can strike in the strangest of places. There we were, stuck on the side of the road. And sometimes a good thing comes out of a bad thing. This is called Flat Tire. All our plans up in smoke on that long drive to the riverboat. A loud thud and that's all she wrote. I should have swerved around that hole. Our first date, just my luck. I was staring at you when it shook the truck. So who can blame me for getting stuck? My heart on the side of the road. You looked at me like we struck gold. We weren't waiting on no tug. You said get out the tools and jack it up. Hand me a wrench for the lug nuts. By the time that old wheel hit the dust, I knew this must be love. So we threw on the spare and jumped on in. In no time we were gone again. The spark that set my world on fire was that flat tire. Yeah, that's my girl, ready to rock, turning lemons into lemon drops. No one rains on your honky-tonk, and when you fall it makes you laugh. A lot of miles to our name on these bumpy trails and old two lanes. There ain't a thing I don't want to change since the moment we crossed paths. Every kiss I'm there again, to where it started way back when. You say get out the tools and jack it up. Hand me a wrench for the lug nuts. By the time that old wheel hit the dust, I knew this must be love. So we threw on the spare and jumped on in. In no time we were gone again. The spark that set my world on fire was that flat tire. Oh, yeah. You say get out the tools and jack it up. Hand me a wrench for the lug nuts. By the time that old wheel hit the dust, I knew this must be love. So we threw on the spare and jumped on in. In no time we were gone again. The spark that set my world on fire was that flat tire. Was that flat tire. Thanks.
Well, here I am over here on the keys. I don't have a guitar with me, but I am enjoying listening to the music tonight. It's been so good. Come on, can we give it up for these artists? It's so good tonight. Blessed to be here. And speaking about blessings, I know that a lot of us in this room can count our blessings within our family, within our life. We have a lot of blessings that God has given us, and I'm going to sing a little bit about that tonight. There are days when I feel like giving up. There are times when I'm broken, not enough. Then you fill me with your grace and perfect love, and tell me you're working it all for my good, making a way when I didn't think you could. I'm counting my blessings, too many to remember. I'm singing my praises each and every day. I live my life in surrender. I'm counting my blessings from January to December. Gotta keep up with all of His goodness and wonder. Every day I make the choice to remember. I'm counting my blessings. Oh, 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 oh. I'm counting my blessings.
never fail to remind me I'm enough. You look around and see all the things you've done. Then you fill me with your peace and perfect love, and tell me you're working it out for my good, making a way when I didn't think you could. I'm counting my blessings, too many to remember. I'm singing your praises each and every day. I live my life in surrender. I'm counting my blessings from January to December. Gotta keep up with all of his goodness and wonder. Every day I make the choice to remember. I'm counting my blessings. Oh, 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 oh. I'm counting my blessings. Name them one by one. See what God has done. So much to be thankful for. So much to be grateful for. Name them one by one. See what God has done. So much to be thankful for. I'm counting my blessings. Oh, 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 oh. I'm counting my blessings. Too many to remember. I'm singing your praises each and every day. I live my life in surrender. I'm counting my blessings from January to December. Gotta keep up with all of his goodness and wonder. Every day I make the choice to remember. I'm counting my blessings. Oh, 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 oh. I'm counting my blessings. Oh, 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 oh.
Okay. This is a song I wrote when I was in an abusive relationship. And thanks to my friend Richard for letting me borrow his guitar. My guitar is broke. And I got this Ovation on Sunday night. And I actually met the guy that founded Ovation last night. He's visiting from Texas. That was cool. It was very accidental. But this is called You're Not My Hero. Don't you dare walk back through that door. You don't live in this home anymore. I spent one too many nights waiting on you to get it right. And I won't be the one waiting this time. You're not my hero. You're not what I need. If I let you in, baby, I'd be living off my knees. This ain't about forgiveness. You can't make it right. And this is not your life. You're not my hero. How long did you think I should wait? Wait for you to change. I spent one too many nights waiting on you to leave her side. And I won't be the one waiting this time. You're not my hero. You're But the heart can't love someone who wants someone else's arms. And you want someone else's arms. You're not my hero. You're not what I need. If I let you in, baby, I'd be living off my knees. This ain't about forgiveness. You can't make it right. And this is not your life. You're not my hero. Thank you.
This is a song I wrote with my buddy Wyatt Earp. Not that Wyatt Earp. We didn't write it in a flashback. Wyatt's one of the great songwriters in town. He co-wrote a great song by Blake Shelton, you might know, called She's Got Away with Words. This song, I was listening to a podcast, and the words half the battle came up. Somebody said, well, that's half the battle. And I thought, half the battle, it's a good title. A lot of country songs start with a good title. And then I thought, half the bottle. This is half the bottle. I've been poring over the details, how it all went down the night you bailed. Still drinking in, being left alone. What a fool for thinking we were set in stone. At least it came before you took my name in vain. Nothing bites worse than a diamondback, except the sting of cheap gin when you ain't got jack. Here's another round to drown the pain. Raise one up to down in flames, till there's not a drop left of this bitter swill to swallow. Just trying to figure out how to forget you till tomorrow. That's half the bottle. You said you finally had enough, that we were running low on the good stuff. So I'm sitting here staring at your little rock, but that sure as hell ain't what's getting polished off. Nothing bites worse than a diamondback, except the sting of cheap gin when you ain't got jack. Here's another round to drown the pain. Raise one up to down in flames, till there's not a drop left of this bitter swill to swallow. Just trying to figure out how to forget you till tomorrow. That's half the bottle. Gonna kill it off, maybe even this sorrow. 'Cause nothing bites worse than a diamondback, except the sting of cheap gin when you ain't got jack. Here's another round to drown the pain. Raise one up to down in flames, till there's not a drop left of this bitter swill to swallow. Just try to figure out how to forget you till tomorrow. That's half the bottle. That's half the bottle. Thanks.
Well, this next song that I'm going to play came from a conversation that me and my husband had in the car. We tend to have really deep conversations in the car, and then it turns to sometimes a song idea, or we're both looking at each other going, that's really good. And this song comes from the idea of coming to God, and we're scared, we're nervous that we're not good enough. And yet he already knows our situation. He already knows what we're walking through, what we're going through, what we're bringing to him. And sometimes I feel like in my past, I have come to God in fear and fearful of him. But our God is not like that. We can come to him with whatever we have, and he already knows the situation. He already knows our heart. He already knows the circumstance. And this song came from a conversation of, God already knows what's on our heart, what we're already going to bring to him. It's just the fact that we bring it to him. He wants to hear us, and that we won't fear anymore. We come to him wanting validation, but he doesn't need to give that, because we are his child and we are enough for him. So this next song is called I Will Not Fear, and I hope this can be a light of hope and just encouraging for you tonight.
Lord, you know everything, yet you still listen. I bring in my heart, don't know where to start, but you pay attention. Though I try to control every situation, you humble my wrestling thoughts and give me patience. And I will not fear, and I will not fear. What's in front of me won't overcome. I will hold on, your promise is strong. And I will not fear, 'cause I know you're here. You called me by name and gave me a purpose. You broke through these walls, gave me your all, and I don't deserve it, no. Though I try to persuade every conversation, but you tell me there's no need for validation. And I will not fear, I will not fear. What's in front of me won't overcome. I'll hold on, your promise is strong. I will not fear. When anxiety is all around me, oh, your love is strong and steady. I come to you, my heart not ready, you already know. Those things I hold deep inside, every single one is brought to light. You replace my doubt with love inside. You already know, you already know. I will not fear, I will not fear, no. What's in front of me won't overcome. I will hold on, your promise is strong. I will not fear, 'cause I know you're here. Oh God, I know you're here. I know you're here.
guitar, it's not mine. Well, I don't want to break his guitar. Let's see if it's gonna... Sorry, guys. All right, let me try this. Hope it doesn't go out on me. I got this song is called "The Nashville We Knew." These lights out on Broadway don't shine as bright as they used to. I hear a cover band playing your favorite song off time and a little out of tune. And this high rise don't get me high. It's all the nights I got lost in your eyes. What I would give for one more try at our once upon a time, when this was our town and that was our bar, before it got torn down along with my heart. The city keeps changing, country is too. I give it all for one more round with you in the Nashville we knew. The street names haven't changed, but nothing really feels the same. I've been trying to get the hell out of here before it all disappears and our last memories erase. But if I close my eyes, you're here by my side, and my little piece of heaven never did die. What I would give for one more try at our once upon a time, when this was our town and that was our bar, before it got torn down along with my heart. The city keeps changing, country is too. I give it all for one more round with you, when this was our town and that was our bar, before it got torn down along with my heart. Everything's changing, I don't want it to. All that I want is one more night with you in the Nashville we know. Oh, they say it's all gone, it ain't coming back, and I should move on and quit living in the past. But I'm still here in a broken neon dream. Was it so hard to quit remembering? This was our town and that was our bar, before it got torn down along with my heart. The city keeps changing, country is too, but I give it all for one more round with you, when this was our town and that was our bar, before it got torn down along with my heart. Everything's changing, I don't want it to. All I want is one more night with you in the Nashville we knew. Oh, the Nashville we knew. I give it all back for you.
This is a song off my album Skylight Intervention, which came out this year. It's not a country song. You can tell it's not a country song because the lyrics make no sense. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a song I wrote for my mom. We found out that she would be leaving us, and this song sort of came out in the moment as a response to that. She was the classic Boston mom with the Boston accent and the cigarette going the whole time, and go play my numbers, dear. Chain smoking to the end. This is for her. I was thinking about her lately, and this is for her. This is called In Me Still. It comes along, this passing on, and so you have to leave. There's no shoulder left to cry on. There's no room left to breathe. They're sending down and sending out your golden aeroplane. The world is gone to pieces. Somehow I remain, and you're in me still. You're in me still. Passengers with passing dreams, love is on a train. How are these ghosts forgiven? How many stops remain? A shadow looks at these shallow books and says they're all the same. But you're gonna climb a mountain, I know that's what you'd say, and you're in me still. You're in me still. You're in me still. You're in me still. Fallen leaves from broken trees and rings around the past. Its colors old and faded, stories built to last. It's hard to know, it's hard to see when everything is new. I look into the darkness and see the light inside of you. In me still. You're in me still. You're in me still. You're in me still. Thank you.
Do we have any parents in the room? No? Are you afraid to raise your hand and say you're a parent? Come on, parents, be proud. All right, got parents in the room. What's up? Well, I'm going to make you cry. I'm kidding. If you do, it's fine. So this next song, a lot of dedications in the room. This next song is going to be dedicated to our son, me and my husband's son. The last time I was here was during COVID, and there was no person in the room. So we were singing to an empty room online. And it was the first time I actually ever got to share this song called Little One Me and my husband got married 5 years ago, and when we were dating, I kind of had this name Judah pop into my head, and that's a very strong name, biblical name as well. And so time went on, we were engaged, and he was at a camp playing, and I called him, and I was like, so don't freak out, we're engaged. Don't freak out, but I wrote a song for our first kid. And he's like, okay. And I was like, not that I want kids anytime soon. Like, we can chill. It just kind of happened. And so this song was written in 2018. And we've sat on that song for quite a while, as you can tell. And then we had our son in 2021. And we believe that he's a miracle. He's a gift to us. And this song is about him and all the things that we want him to know and that we can teach him. But just this past year, we also wrote a book with this song, and it is back there on my merch table. It's also available online, but it is a sweet song.
I thought of all the things you want to know, like how the birds fly and flowers grow. I thought of all the lessons I would share, like standing tall and always playing fair. You stole my breath, embraced my heart, a wonder of heaven made by God. Our lives together have only begun. I loved you from the very start, a little one. I pray life be full and filled with grace, promises kept in many sunny days. Sometimes life may not be what it seems, but just remember all your victories. You stole my breath, embraced my heart, a wonder of heaven made by God. Our lives together have only begun. I loved you from the very start, a little one. And oh, how you'll grow into the greatest of them all. How you'll show the wonder of the Savior. How I know that you were made for so much greater, so much greater. And oh, how you grow into the greatest of them all. How you'll show the wonder of the Savior. Oh, how I know that you were made for so much greater than this. You stole my breath, embraced my heart, a wonder of heaven made by God. Our lives together have only begun. I loved you from the very start, a little one.
That was lovely. Yeah, all the songs were good. Thank you again. How about another hand for Adrienne Acosta, Tom Glenn, and Tammy Sue Taylor. Thank you. That was a cool story, too. The event I mentioned earlier this evening, the Bluegrass Mass down at Historic Sanctuary, is actually on Saturday, September 30th. So you'll want to go ahead and, as I said, it's limited. It's a smaller space than this. So go ahead and get your tickets and bring friends, and that'll be fun to enjoy, all right? Well, we've started off with a bang. Thank you all very, very much. We're going to take a real, yeah. They like you. Yeah, man. Congratulations on a great show. We're going to take a real quick break. There are treats over there in the Munchies area. There's merch back there you can buy. And the restrooms, of course, are in the lobby. We'll see you in just a few minutes for Rachel Thibodeau.
Testing, testing. Yeah. Yep. Nice reverb. How do you put the capo where it's gonna be? It's okay. It's okay. I might have to take my necklace off. I hear it. Maybe a teeny bit. Rocks bang together. I need to bring me up. Yep, that'd be great. That'll be good. That's great. See the black or white, see the wrong or right, and you don't. Yep. I'm just gonna check to make sure I'm in tune. I'm gonna tune really quick, if that's okay. We have. Isn't that neat? No. It's very sweet to me. You've always been, I mean, I've never forgotten that. I have never forgotten that, ever. Because my whole life would have changed. It would have. What if I would have walked in there and you would have been a jerk? I was like, I'm gonna sign with ASCAP. Yeah, you would have been normal that day. You wouldn't have had taken your happy pill. Me too. I need it in this Nashville. I'm trying. It's so hard. It's so hard. It really is. But it's okay. It's going to be okay. Yep. That's why I signed out of New York. Yeah, I signed out of their film and TV division. Because I was like, I need to be working on getting syndications and getting on syncs. And it was during COVID, so it just didn't happen the way that it should have. And so my publisher in New York still wants me to do it, but I just feel like now that I'm back, I just feel like I either need to be not published and just writing and letting those songs get pitched, you know, by the other publishers, and just waiting for that next deal to come for me. Rather, I think that's probably a better idea than signing with New York again. I like that anyway. Yeah. If you don't have to have a publishing deal.
So how about BMG here?
Well, I'd have to work on those relationships because they didn't, it was weird, it wasn't weird, but they didn't sign me. So every time I was back writing, I wrote in their office. And I know Patricia and I know Chris and I know everybody. But it's like, you know, Chris even told me, he's like, we have so many writers, I couldn't give you the attention that you need. You know, I just can't. You know, so, you know, I don't think that I'm ever going to be treated, definitely not signing out of New York, like theirs. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I was meaning
Sign, and I don't, I
go the other way. You don't think New York would.
I think that New York would be mad if I did that. Like, well, you don't want to sign with us, but you'll sign out of Nashville. I'm taking this off because it's clanking.
So it's just the first step to take off the dress. What's going to happen?
You got on your favorite dress. Oh my God.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back for the section of the show we call Inside the Hits. This evening, featuring Rachel Thibodeau, who is a lovely lady who I've known for 20 years, which is over 20. That's really cool. You grew up in Minnesota,
I did.
right? Yeah, baby. And can you quickly tell, you'll tell lots of the story during your set, but is there anything to say about how you ended up here that you want to say right now?
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, Dan, I want to say this now because you're up here. Dan signed me to ASCAP over 20 years ago. I think it was 2002, so he is the one who signed me. I just told him, I said, I'm so happy that you were nice that day.
Not my usual jerk self.
Right. And then I didn't have to walk away and go, I'm not signing at ASCAP. He wasn't nice. So thank you for signing me, because it would have completely changed the trajectory of my life, my career, had that not happened. So thank you.
Of course.
So
Earned it.
Thank you. So my time coming to Nashville, I lived in Minnesota. I went to college at St. Cloud State, and it was in the middle of a semester, and I entered the Minnesota State Fair talent contest. And Cherry, did you guys ever go to that? Okay, so this was...
Oh, you betcha. Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, so this was 1997, and when I was 2. And I ended up making it into the final round. And if you made it into the final round, you got to perform on the grand stage in front of like 15,000 people. And they had all these different people that, successful people in the music industry that would come to judge. And I came and sang a song that I wrote and ended up winning, which was really, really cool. And thank you. And I couldn't believe it.
Miss Minnesota banner to wear? Or
no, I didn't, but I should have. I feel like I
something?
should do that and go back.
A little banner.
And see if they
Just wear it,
remember me. Yeah.
For nights like this.
Yes.
Okay.
And one of the judges was Paul Moore, who was an agent at William Morris Agency.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great
And
guy.
he came up to me after the show and said, what are you doing? Like, what are you going to do with your career? And I said, I don't know. I'm in college, but, I love, Nashville. I could move to LA. I could move to New York. Like, I really didn't know where I was going to go. My musical, influences are really all over, all genres, although I was a huge country music fan. And he said, well, you need to be in Nashville. That is a songwriter's town. And, you play piano, you sing, you write songs, and it's a town made for you. And I was like, okay. And I took the $1,500 that I won, and I quit college. And I packed all of my things up in hefty bags and put my keyboard in the car and drove down 2 weeks later. And that was when I moved to Nashville, 1997.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that part of your story.
Yeah.
That's radical, man.
Yeah.
You absolutely went for it.
I was like, okay, I just needed one person to tell me, just
Yeah.
one person to say, I believe in you, outside of my mom, which I love that my
It's
mom
her
believed
job,
in me.
yeah.
It's her job, right. But then I was like, bye, Mom. And she was
man.
very strong watching me drive away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babe, that's a wonderful story.
Thank
and
you.
then since then, over 130 cuts by different artists. So I think it was a good move, don't you? Yeah. 130 cuts. Yeah. Artists. And not just cuts, but by artists like Martina McBride, Tim McGraw, Reba, Catherine McPhee. You know that? David Foster's wife. Very, very talented. Why did I say that? Why can't she just be known as Catherine McPhee?
Right, she's David Foster's wife now.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. But she's very, very extremely talented.
Yes, she is.
And interesting, Rachel will tell you a little bit about it, but she co-wrote a lot of songs with Luke Bryan before he was Luke Bryan. And so that's some kind of neat stuff along her path. He's cut 5 of her songs. One called Buzzkill, you may know. It was a radio. You might have heard Buzzkill on the radio. Also on the radio, you might have heard Love Don't Run, by Steve Holy. The interesting story about that one is one of her co-writers, Ben Glover, is a great vocalist. And the demo they did of that song, Ben sang the demo, and the publisher couldn't get anybody to cut it because they were so intimidated by
incredible.
the demo.
Yeah, he's
by the
incredible.
vocal demo. Finally, they found somebody to do it, and he did a great job. But the probably the song she's most renowned for is a song called Good Directions. Yeah.
Thank you.
Billy Currington cut that song. It was at ASCAP. It was the song of the year that year when it was out, 3-week #1 with Billy Currington. So a lot of wonderful things have happened in that time since she packed everything up in glad bags and drove down to the Hefty. Sorry. Do you have an endorsement from them?
I do. I
You
want to
should
make
get
sure.
one.
Yeah.
You should, man. Why not? She's often been described by those that know her in a couple ways. One is joy in human form, and also God's little sunbeam.
That's you.
I think it's you.
Joy in
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's joy in human form, the lovely and extremely talented Rachel Thibodeau.
Thank you, Dan. Wow. I've never had an introduction like that. That feels good. Thank you, Dan. That feels really good. Well, I was telling everybody backstage that this is a nerve-wracking thing for a songwriter because, we don't usually get on stage and sing our songs. We will do writers' rounds, where we have 3 other writers and there's 4 of us, and we're kind of each other's security blankets. And, that's what I'm used to. I've only done one show in over 20 years in Nashville, one other show by myself at the Country Music Hall of Fame. This is only my 2nd time playing a show by myself. So I'm a little nervous, so just to let you know that, but I'm human. And if I mess up, right? Thank you. And so I think I'm going to start the night off singing a song that I wrote with Luke Bryan, like Dan was saying. Thank you. Actually, without knowing I wasn't thinking about my set list tonight, but there's going to be a few with Luke, so this is one of them. And we were fortunate enough to sign our very first publishing deals together. It was a publishing company called Murrah Music, and I signed there and met Luke right away. And we just hit it off and had the best time. We didn't have any cuts. We didn't, have any holds. Does anybody know what a hold is? Yeah, so it's like when somebody likes your song and they say, I might cut this song. And, then you wait 6 months to a year or 2 years, and then usually they don't cut it. That's usually how it goes. So we didn't have any holds. We didn't have anything. We were just, having fun, going down to Georgia on the weekends, when he was building his artist career, and we would go down to his, college towns and Collegetown, and he would play live shows with, not too many people in the audience, but it was so fun being a part of that journey for him. And this is one of the songs that he cut of ours, and it's called That Don't Just Happen. I hope you like it. Rocks bang together, things start blowing up, planets all align around a big red sun. Then we're all here, that don't just happen. 2 tiny cells collide, then she feels a kick. Next thing the baby cries, and you're going home with him. Then he says, Daddy, that don't just happen. You can take what you read in a book, take what you see on the TV screen, throw it out the window and look at how the sky is blue and the grass is green, and when the stars come out every night, that don't just happen. Crops are in the field, there ain't no rain nowhere, ground is cracks and dust,
The whole town is in despair. Then a farmer prays, and the storms roll in. That don't just happen. You can take what you read in a book, take what you see on the TV screen, throw it out the window and look at how the sky is blue and the grass is green, and when the stars come out every night, that don't just happen. And every time that you take a deep breath, and every time that the wheels touch down, and every time you take another step and have one more day to hang around, we didn't get that lucky. That don't just happen. Someone picked you out, put you in front of me in a smoky college bar. The rest is history. That don't just happen.
Thank you. And that last line is actually about his wife, Caroline. So they, they went to college together, and that last line was for her. Well, I'm sure the whole thing was about Caroline for Luke. He loves her so much. They're amazing. Okay, so I've got my set list here, and I'm just going to go down my set list. So this next song that I'm going to sing for you, I actually, when I first had my publishing deal, like I said, Luke and I didn't have any big artists cut our songs, and we were just trying to, make it as writers. And I lucked out somehow and had Martina McBride cut one of my songs. Actually, two of my songs on a record of hers called Waking Up Laughing. And she had a listening party for all of the writers at Blackbird Studios. And that's not normal. That's not a normal thing that happens, where writers get to go and hear their songs before the record comes out. So it was really, really special. Not only was it special, but I had never been in Blackbird Studio. I had never, I was so starstruck. It was just, my dreams were coming true in real time. It was crazy, crazy, crazy watching it all unfold. And she had this listening party, and I went to Blackbird, and I knew that my publishing deal was going to be ending about a year later. So there was a bit of time coming up. But that's the backstory to that. She had everybody listen to the songs. It was crazy. And we went through a line to introduce ourselves to her. I'd met her one time, just very briefly before that, but really did not know her well. So we went through the line to thank her and say hi. And I went up and I said, "Oh, that was just so amazing. Oh, gosh, everything sounds so incredible." And I said, "Do you want to start a publishing company together?" That's what I said. And she said, her and her husband were there, John, and they said, "Yeah, we do." And we started a publishing company together that year. The year after when my deal ended, I left my publisher and went over to Blackbird and started a publishing company with them called Little Champion. And I was there for 8 years with her. And it was just such an amazing time, learning all about the studio and learning how to record and engineer. And now I can do my little demos at home because of everything I learned during that time. And I'm very, very appreciative during that time and for all the songs that Martina cut of mine. And this is one of them. It's called What You Gonna Do?
It's either black or white. Sorry, is there some crackling going on in the speaker? You don't hear that? Okay, good. Okay, it might just be in my monitor. Sorry. Let me start that again. It's either black or white. It's either wrong or right. And you don't get to choose. Something in between. Baby, you and me. We're either on, we're off, or through. So So baby, what you gonna do? 'Cause I can't keep waiting around this house, expecting you to change. You lead me on and let me down. And every time you say you're sorry, you miss me, you want me, you need me, whatever. And I'm done listening to all you talk, and show me something true. Oh baby, I'm walking out the door, and out your life, and out on you. So what you gonna do? Who do you think I am? Just some backup plan, or the love that changes you, keeps you coming home? Oh, I deserve to know. Are we on or off or through? Yeah, baby, what you gonna do? 'Cause I can't keep waiting around this house, expecting you to change. You lead me on and let me down. And every time you say you're sorry, you miss me, you want me, you need me, whatever. And I'm done listening to all you talk, and show me something true. Oh baby, I'm walking out the door, out your life. Expecting you to change, you lead me on and let me down. And every time you say you're sorry, you miss me, you want me, you love me, whatever. And I'm done listening to all you talk, and show me something true. Oh baby, I'm walking out the door, and out your life, and walking out on you. So you can walk away, or decide to stay. Either way, my sky's still blue. So baby, what you gonna do? Thank you. Gonna take a drink of water. Feel like a real artist up here. Now I understand why they take drinks of water in between. Okay. What am I going to sing next? I made this set list, and now I'm looking at it going, is this right? Am I going to mess everything up? So I thought it would be fun to do a song off of that first record that Martina recorded of mine. I've actually never sang this song live. This is the very first time. So you are the first people to get to hear me sing this song live. If I can remember how to play it. Remember, I just learned it just for you. And it is called I'll Still Be Me. And I remember when Martina, you saw on the pitch sheets, you know, everybody that was getting ready to record. And what it is there's this sheet that goes around that's passed out to everyone or emailed now or download, however you want to get it now. But at the time, you would get it at your publisher, and it would say, okay, here's the artists that are recording. And I just dreamed of having a Martina McBride cut. And I thought, you know, let's write a song that would be from her, like about her relationship with John. And I didn't know much about them, but just things that I had read and seen, and they seemed so in love. I knew that she was from a very small town. I knew she had kids. And I thought, with my co-writer, Tammy Heiler, let's write something that seems, you know, like a wife would say to her husband, you know, something, just try to channel Martina at the time, even though I really didn't know her that well, but just kind of could tell from everything that she said what was important to her.
And we recorded this, or did a demo of this song, and I don't remember which publisher got it into her hands, but she ended up loving it and recording it, which I still am, in awe of. I can't believe that I moved to town and these dreams came true. I got to get my lyric up here. See, I'm not a polished artist like on stage. But this is that song. It's called I'll Still Be Me. Woke up in the middle of the night and saw you sleeping. I was hoping you were dreaming about me. Kissed your cheek and said I love you. You reached for me and then you mumbled, I love you too. Is everything okay? I said I'm fine. Go back to sleep. I've just been thinking life is changing round us, and I hope you believe I'll still be me. Just a normal girl from small town nowhere. I'll still hold your hand and wear this ring. I'll still be me. If you can count on one thing, I'll be here, the same girl that you've known for centuries. I'll still be me. We said we wanted all of this. We made the plans together and promised that we'd never forget. Baking apple pie in our first kitchen, throwing pennies in the well and wishing we'd spend our lives together, holding hands. And here we are, still holding on. But if all the pretty things tied up and bows are gone, I'll still be me. Just a normal girl from small town nowhere. I'll still laugh at your jokes and argue over silly things. I'll still be me. If you can count on one thing, I'll be here, the same girl that you've known for centuries. I'll still be me. Empires could rise and fall, the sun could swallow the moon, and I don't hold a crystal ball, but I promise you I'll still be me. Just a normal girl from small town nowhere. I'll still be the mommy of our babies. I'll still be me. If you can count on one thing, I'll be here, the same girl that you've known for centuries. I'll still be me. I'll still be me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I feel like I need somebody to come up here and just talk to me in between. That would make me feel more comfortable. I would really love that a lot. Dan, where are you? Say something. Oh, thanks a lot. So, I was a little concerned about doing this song tonight because it says a word in there that I wouldn't normally say at church. So I was saying how nervous I was. But they said it's okay and I can say it. So just so you know, I have gotten permission. So don't judge me in that house that God made. So anyway, this song is one Dan was talking about. It's called Love Don't Run. And we wrote this on a writer's retreat down to Rosemary Beach. And I wrote it with Ben Glover and Joe Leathers, just two amazing guys. And we love going down to Rosemary Beach and having that time together as a songwriters community. Anywhere we can go. It doesn't matter if we're going to the mountains, we're going to the beach, going overseas, anywhere. You know, it's just so fun to travel with your friends and write these songs and to have these stories and remember the days that you wrote these songs. And I'll remember that day that we wrote this like it was yesterday. And we wrote it. And like Dan was saying, Ben, who his voice, if you don't know Ben and his voice, I'm not sure if he's put anything out of his own, but he should if he hasn't. But his voice is so insanely amazing. And he hits this note in the demo, and it was really hard to get anyone to cut it because they were like, I can't, you know, we can't hit that note. And I was like, Ben, maybe you should go in and just, scale it down a little bit, like maybe that would be good. But we ended up finding an artist to cut it, and it was Steve Holy. And he hit those notes, and he did an amazing job. And it did really great for us on radio and got us another ASCAP award. And so I'm super thankful for this song and for those guys and for writing it with me. And it's called Love Don't Run.
This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt like hell. This is gonna damn near kill me. But so there's two. Sorry, I forgot to ask permission for that one. But sometimes the truth ain't easy. I know that you're scared of telling me something I don't wanna hear, but baby, believe that I'm not leaving. You couldn't give me one good reason. Love don't run. Love don't hide. It don't turn away or back down from a fight. Baby, I'm right here, and I ain't going anywhere. 'Cause love's too tough, it won't give up, no, not on us. Baby, love don't run. So let's lay it on the line. I don't care if it takes all night, 'cause this is gonna make us stronger. It's gonna make forever longer. I know it'd be easier walking away, but what we got is real, and I wanna save us. Maybe we can do it. Baby, we'll get through it. 'Cause love don't run. Love don't hide. It don't turn away or back down from a fight. Baby, I'm right here, and I ain't going anywhere. 'Cause love's too tough, it won't give up, no, not on us. Baby, love don't run. Baby, love don't run. So come over here and lay down in my arms. Baby, tell me everything that's on your heart. And I won't run, I won't hide, I won't turn away. I just wanna make things right. Baby, I'm right here, and I ain't going anywhere. 'Cause love's too tough, it won't give up, no, not on us. Baby, love don't run. Baby, love don't run.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are a great crowd. So we're in Nashville. I usually ask this more so when I'm playing shows out of town, but is there anybody that's never been to a writer's night here? Wow, I love that. So, oh wait, is there one person? One single person? Oh, you've never been to a writer's night. Are you happy that you're here? You are? That makes me very happy, because if you would have said no, I would have been really sad. I'm happy you're having a good time. So that makes me really happy. Okay, so I am going to do a song that I wrote with Rebecca Lynn Howard. Oh, and I didn't say what you're going to do. I actually wrote that with Rebecca Lynn Howard too. And she is just one of my absolute favorite people, songwriters, singers. If you have not heard her sing, oh my God, that girl is so insane. Her voice. She'll just run circles around pretty much anyone, me included. And I just love her voice so much. And I'm just going to, I think I know these lyrics by heart, but I'm just going to take them out just in case. And I'm old school with my lyrics. I know all the kids around town have their lyrics on iPads, but I printed them out on a printer. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, there's certain things that just make us feel like we have, you know, everything is as it should be. This is what I've always done. I don't have lyrics at every one of my writers' nights, but if I haven't sang it before live, it just makes me feel good to know that if I forget, I can just glance down and, you know. And so I feel good about that. So I wrote this with Rebecca Lynn Howard, Jamie Floyd, and Carolyn Dawn Johnson. And the four of us girls, well, number one, they're three of my very, very dearest friends. I mean, I would not know how to do life, especially here in Nashville, without my close friends, because it is not an easy town. As a songwriter, as an artist, it can be pretty brutal. And so to have that support system of friends to be there is super, super, super important. I've learned through my time here, and it's taken a long time to build up that community of friends, but I'm so, so very thankful for the close friends that I have. Thank you. And so the four of us girls were talking on a group text about when we were going to try to get a date together for the four of us to write a song, because we've all written with each other individually, but we had never written a song together, just the four of us. And so we were on this group text, and it's not easy to get four people's schedules lined up, especially with the three of them being artists. And I was living in Knoxville at the time. And so we had been texting all day long, and Rebecca wasn't responding. And so she finally, at the end of the day, responded, and she goes, "Y'all, I'm so sorry. I've been cleaning all day. I haven't taken a second to stop and look at anything." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I am my mother." And right? And so we were all like, okay, we're writing that song. We have got to write that song. And so we found a date really soon after that, and we got together, and all of us just poured out our love and our thankfulness and all the things about our moms into this song. And so each line is either about my mom or Rebecca's mom or Jamie's mom or Carolyn's mom. And we wrote this, and Rebecca ended up recording it for her record, and it's actually her single right now. And so you can definitely stream it wherever you can stream, and there's a video as well, and I hope you check that out. And there actually is a video that they made, like behind the scenes little video of us four singing it together. You could search for that too. It's on Rebecca's on her Instagram, any of her social media. And so this is called "I Am My Mother." This is a tough one for me to get through when it gets to a certain point, so I will try my very best. I have not made it through without crying, but I'm gonna really, really try. I
cry so easy at the drop of a hat. And trust me, you don't want to see me when I'm mad. And I get tipsy with one glass of wine. And when I love you, I say I love you all the time. I am my mother, almost to a T. When I was younger, I swore I'd never be. I'd look in the mirror, expecting me, but her reflection is all I see. I am my mother, I am my mother. She walked through valleys with us on her shoulders. She said you'll understand one day when you're older. She poured out all her strength in my heart, in my hands. So now when I think I can't, I know I can, 'cause I know who I am. I am my mother, almost to a T. When I was younger, I swore I'd never be. I'd look in the mirror, expecting me, but her reflection is all I see. I am my mother, I am my mother, and the parts of me I got from her are the parts of me I love the most. So I won't be losing all of her when I have to let her go. I am my mother, almost to a T. When I was younger, I swore I'd never be. I look in the mirror, expecting me, but her reflection is all I see. I am my mother, I am my mother, I am my mother.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really hope you can check out Rebecca's vocal on that, because she's just so incredible. I'm her biggest fan, and I know you will be too if you listen to her. Okay, I'm going to go over to the piano and play a few songs on piano, if that's okay for you, if that's okay with you. I hear you, Sherry. I'm prepared. I have my lyrics over here as well. So when I was here the other day, I got to talk to Bill, and Bill told me that he knew of a song that I wrote called "My Revenge." And I, rarely hear people know that song because a big artist never recorded it. But he said how much he and his wife loved that song. And is Ilanka? Is that your wife's name, Bill? Ilanka? And so he said he and his wife loved that song. And it just meant so much to me that somebody knew of that song. And so I went home and learned it. And I've, again, never performed this song live, but I'm going to do that for him and his wife. But I thought I could tell you the story behind the song first. I wrote this song with Amy Foster, and that is David Foster's daughter. And we actually were on a trip out to California at the time for the BMI Awards, and we were just kind of finishing up the song. We hadn't written the bridge. We were almost done with it. And this was also the first time that I met her dad, and I was so beyond nervous to meet him. We pulled into his estate and went to his studio, and I was just bawling, being, just thinking about where I was, because obviously David is just one of the world's best producers and songwriters. He's absolutely the best. And so we ended up finishing the bridge on this song while we were there, and Amy was like, "We need to play that for my dad." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like you're joking, right?" And she's like, "No, we need to." And we ended up playing it for David, and he's like, "I love that song. We need to record it." And we went into the studio while we were there in California, and he recorded the demo for us. So Bill, whatever demo you heard of me singing that song, I don't know where Bill is right now, if he's up there, wherever he is. But that song was actually recorded at David's studio. And that mic that I sang on was Whitney Houston's mic, Celine's mic. So just a tiny bit intimidating for a little songwriter from Nashville to be going and singing with David Foster on Celine and Whitney's microphone. So it was pretty scary. And we have not had a big artist record this song, but some songs take a while to get recorded. The House That Built Me, I think, was written 15 years before it was recorded by Miranda Lambert. And so it reminded me of this. So Bill, thank you for reminding me of it, because I am going to start pitching this song again because I love it so much. And so thank you for reminding me of it. This is for you and your wife, and I hope everybody else likes it as well. It's called My Revenge. And there are some high notes in this, so I'm going to drink some water again. And I'm going to fake like I'm hitting those notes when it gets to those points.
So I woke up, and here's the thing. My empty bed didn't feel too big. It didn't even cross my mind to stay there. Put on a song that wasn't sad, and I replayed the night I had us. Girls, we sure know how to get in trouble. 'Cause I go where I wanna go, 'cause I don't even care if you know. And that's my revenge, that I'm happy again, that I can go for days on end without thinking about you. And I'm sure that when I see you out again, I'll be fine and I'll say hi without a thing to prove. I stopped thinking about what might have been, and that's my revenge. It's true at times there's things I miss, but there's too much water underneath that bridge, and I don't know if I really ever loved you. I'm over it, I can tell. It's just a matter of time till someone else. And that's my revenge, that I'm happy again, that I can go for days on end without thinking about you. And I'm sure that when I see you out again, I'll be fine and I'll say hi without a thing to prove. I stopped thinking about what might have been, and that's my revenge. but really I should thank you, 'cause now I'm so much more. You made me ask a lot of questions I would have never asked before, and that's my revenge, that I'm happy again. And I'm sure that when I see you out again, I'll be fine and I'll say hi without a thing to prove. I stopped thinking about what might have been. I stopped thinking about what might have been, and that's my revenge.
Thank you. Love that song. Thanks again for reminding me of that, Bill. And the demo is timeless enough that we don't have to re-record it, which is great. Which, why would I re-record a David Foster demo? I said that and then I was like, I'm so stupid. No. What am I thinking? He's just the absolute best. And actually something really fun that ended up happening on that trip. After that, David was like, we should write a song. Do you guys want to write a song? And I was like, yeah, no, yes, but I'm too scared. And he's like, well, I'm writing this song for this show in Canada, for this opening for this ROM museum in Toronto. And I'm writing a song for it. Would you guys want to write it with me? And I was like so scared, and I wanted to say no, but I said yes. And we wrote this song with him, and I sat at the piano with all of David's Grammys all over it. And he's like, you sit at the piano. I want to hear what you can do. Oh my gosh, can you imagine how scared? I was so scared, but somehow I did it, and I did something that was something, because we ended up writing the song, which was so cool. And then he ended up flying us to Toronto to see this museum opening, and there was fireworks, and all of these artists all over Canada were singing it, and it was absolutely a crazy, amazing experience, and just another part of that little dream come true from that trip. And he's just a wonderful man to do that and to include us, so super thankful. I haven't sang this song in a very long time. There aren't many writers' nights that, it's not like it wouldn't be right, but it's a worship song. It's a Christian song, and I wrote it at a time in my life when I was really struggling, and I needed to. Songwriting is my therapy. It always has been. And I'm sure you've heard through all of my other songs, that's the kind of writer I am. I write through my pain, I write through my joy, I write through everything. And this was just a really, really difficult time in my life. And I wrote this song by myself and literally just did a little piano work tape of it. And I didn't even know that Martina even heard it, because it was really just, I wrote it for myself for healing. And she texted me and she said, I'm going to record I Give It to You. And I'm like, how do you even know about that song? And she had heard it, and she recorded this song, this Christian song, on her country album. And I was just amazed that she would do that. And so you can listen to this wherever you stream music. It's called I Give It to You. And it's just super, super close to my heart.
Jesus, Lord of Lords, I'm called to worship you. Never been here before, this is all brand new. I have stumbled, I have faltered, but I've never surrendered it all and said, I give it to you. I give it to you. All my worries, all my burdens, I give it to you. Always been too ashamed, too afraid to ask for help. Stood out in the pouring rain for days all by myself. Then I heard you calling my name. You said, don't worry. So Jesus, I'm here today, and I give it to you. I give it to you. Every heartbreak, every mistake, I give it to you. And you still love me, even though I've turned away from you 1,000 times. I give it to you. I give it to you. All the glory and all the praise, I give it to you. I give it to you. I give it to you. Lord, today my heart has changed, and I give it to you.
Thank you. Her recording of that is just so beautiful. I really hope that you can listen to that. Okay, this I've been going back and forth in my own mind to try to decide whether I can sing this song tonight or not. But I'm going to try. And I just really prayed hard on it this last week as I was preparing for the show. And so I'm just going to really go to that place of trying to be strong and just ask God to get me through this. But I lost one of my very best friends recently. And his parents are here tonight. Sherry and Reed. And his nephew, Brody. And his name was Kyle Jacobs, and he was my brother. He was just irreplaceable, absolutely irreplaceable. He was the best friend ever. And so I'm going to sing a song, actually, that I wrote with Luke Bryan after Luke lost his sister. And we wrote this song called God Picks His Favorite Flowers First. And I'm not quite strong enough yet to sing me and Kyle's songs, but hopefully I can get through this, and I want to dedicate this to Kyle and to the Jacobs, and it's called Favorite Flowers.
I guess we don't quite understand down here what makes him do the things he does. Why some people go so soon while some grow old. and I've learned we're just a step away. And tomorrow might be kinda tough. Nothing's promised in this life. All you can do is believe. So it must have been the way the sunlight hit you, shined upon your face, or how the rain would find you the driest of days. Your smile in the morning, the way you'd reach for the sky, how you dance in the breeze as people walk by. It must be true what I once heard. God picks his favorite flowers first. I bet he put you in his windowsill, looking out over this big old world. And I know heaven sure loves having you around. And in his eyes we're all the same. But I just gotta think when he saw you, and how perfect and how beautiful you were, he just couldn't wait. So it must have been the way the sunlight hit you, or shined upon your face, or how the rain would find you the driest of days. Your smile in the morning, the way you'd reach for the sky, how you dance in the breeze as people walk by. Yeah, it must be true what I once heard. God picks his favorite flowers first. God picks his favorite flowers first.
Thank you. And I love you, Reed and Sherry, so very much. And I'm going to do two more for you before I end tonight. I'm going to go back over to the guitar. Really wasn't thinking of the timing of songs because now I'm about to do an up-tempo. But that's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing. You guys have been so wonderful. Thank you so much for listening so patiently to my songs and being so gracious with your time. I know it's during the week, and wow, how lucky are all of us, all the writers before me and me, to have you sit here and listen to us. And you know, we don't often get to play our songs out, so thank you so much. It really, really, really means the world to me. Oh, thank you. So I really wasn't prepared for, I didn't mean for this night to become a Martina McBride and Luke Bryan night, but it did. I don't know why. Picking out all the songs, I just gravitated to those songs. So this is actually another song that Luke recorded of ours, and it's called Been There, Done That. And you know, anytime we've gotten in the room together, we just have the best time, having fun and cutting up and making each other laugh. And the day we wrote this was no different. We were sitting at his kitchen table, just coming up with ideas, and he would just play the guitar, and we would just, just go back and forth, and it was just, you don't often get that relationship, that writing relationship where you're kind of like each other's muses, and that's how we've always been together, writing with each other. It's pretty much all the songs that he recorded of ours, except for one, it was just him and I as writers on them. So it's just a real special writing relationship. This one's called Been There, Done That.
Girl, you and me ain't talking much. I just slammed the door and leaving my truck. There ain't nothing left for us. I guess enough's enough. I look down, see your name there on my phone, then I hit ignore and just drive on. We've been living like this too long, and there ain't no reason to turn around. Baby, you can have it all. I ain't coming back. I've already been there, done that, and I'm done with you messing with my mind. The last time, baby. I can only change who I am so much, and all I can give is all my love, and my love ain't never been enough. So I ain't coming back. I've been there, done that. Street by street in town after little town, looks like that I'm on the right road now. I bet you're probably wondering how I could just walk out. Well, I put you high up as I could, and I know I done everything I could to try to make a bad thing good. I guess it just took too long for me to see that we ain't meant to be. Yeah, I ain't coming back. I've already been there, done that, and I'm done with you messing with my mind. The last time, baby. I can only change who I am so much, and all I can give is all my love, and my love ain't never been enough. So I ain't coming back. I've been there, done that. Well, I'll wake up and I'll start to second guess myself, and I'll crave your touch. Oh, but I know too well that I ain't coming back. I've already been there, done that, and I'm done with you messing with my mind. The last time, baby. I can only change who I am so much, and all I can give is all my love, and my love ain't never been enough. So I ain't coming back. No, I ain't coming back. I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. Thank you.
That was such a fun one to write. I think we only lost like 3 people in this, during, I think that's the least amount of people I've ever lost during a set. So I'm feeling pretty on top of the world. I'm just kidding. They look like they had kids. I'm sure that it's getting to be bedtime. So just this one last song for you. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having me. 19 Miles, it was such an honor to be able to play this show. And thank you, Sherry and Reed, for telling Dan and reminding him of me. We hadn't spoken in so long, so it was so nice to reconnect. So thank you. Thanks for having me. Such an honor. I'm honored. And this next song, again, wrote with Luke Bryan, and it was before either of us had any cuts. We had before any of the Martinez stuff, anything. And we were sitting so excited for our co-write because we were writing with a guy that had some success that day, and we were just like trying to come up with our ideas, and we're like, what are we gonna write? And the guy canceled. which happens a lot in Nashville. And so, usually, we were just like, oh, we'd go get sushi or something and have fun and ride around and listen to music. But we're like, you know what, let's still write. But let's stop trying to write what everybody else wants us to write, because obviously that's not working, because no one was recording our songs. And so we said, let's just have fun. Let's just write something just for fun without even thinking about who's recording, and just have a good time. And that is exactly what we did that day, and it ended up being both of our first number ones, and it spent 3 weeks at number one and got us Song of the Year, and I just cannot believe it. Still can't believe it. And because of that song, that was the reason why I was able to stop hauling all my clothes to the laundromat every weekend and get a washer and a dryer. And I've had a washer and dryer ever since. So thank you, Luke, Brian. Thank you, Billy Carrington, who is the artist who cut this song. It is called Good Directions, and if you know it, please sing along. Well, I was sitting there selling turnips on a flatbed truck, crunching on a pork rind when she pulled up. She had to be thinking this is where rednecks come from. She had Hollywood written on her license plate. She was lost and looking for the interstate, needing directions, and I was the man for the job. I told her way up yonder past the caution light, there's a little country store with an old Coke sign. You gotta stop in and ask Miss Bell for some of her sweet tea. Then a left will take you to the interstate, but a right will bring you right back here to me. Well, I was sitting there thinking about her pretty face, kicking myself for not catching her name. I threw my hat and thought, you fool, it could have been love. Well, I knew my old Ford couldn't run her down. She probably didn't like me anyhow. So I watched her disappear into a cloud of dust. I told her way up yonder past the caution light, there's a little country store with an old Coke sign. You gotta stop in and ask Miss Bell for some of her sweet tea. Then a left will take you to the interstate, but a right will bring you right back here to me. Well, is this Georgia heat playing tricks on me? Or am I really seeing what I think I see? The woman of my dreams coming back to me. Woo! There's a little dobro solo here. It goes like this. Well, she went way up yonder past the caution light. Don't know why, but something felt right when she stopped in and asked Miss Bell for some of her sweet tea. Well, Mama gave her a big old glass and sent her right back here to me. Thank God for good directions and turnip greens. Thank you so much, everybody. You've been amazing. I appreciate you so, so much. Oh, wow. A standing ovation. I need to take a picture. Hold on. I'm taking your picture. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you.
Rachel Thibodeau, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that was one of a kind, darling. I mean it. You're
Thank you.
amazing. Just very endearing and artistic and fulfilling and just a wonderful evening. Thanks for sharing
Thank you,
your
Dan.
guts with us, man.
You're welcome. I'm honored.
Yeah, good. Well, again,
Thank you.
and we want to thank you for coming out. There's a lot of things you could be doing tonight, a lot of people tugging on you for your time, and you chose to come spend it here and to support live music, which is unlike anything else there is. And God created music for nights like this, and just really, really appreciate you coming out. Pretty confident you're glad you came, and we hope to see you the first Tuesday of next month. And remember, folks, share the music you love with the people